Hello gamers and welcome to Around the Monitor for the week of July 24th. I'm your host King Kaiser and this is the weekly gaming news talk show where every point you make in the discussion is a point towards winning. Joining me once again, we've got Master Hand Mizuki.
I'm no longer Mizuki. I am the ghost.
We've got the Ace Attorney, Dapper Dastard.
He actually said hello, gamers.
We've got the Snapshot Crackshot, the Fisher King.
The role of Fisher King will be played by character actor Chris Elliott this week.
And last but not least, we've got the People's Champion, Hayo590.
That's not quite my moniker, but fuck you, gamers. Get out of here.
The way we do things here is we talk through the week's news and gaming as everybody makes points in their arguments towards whether they not think things are good or bad. I give them points towards winning, and if you're watching along live, you can do so as well using the Twitch points. Whoever has the most points at the end of the show, they win. Sorry, I was getting distracted by the chat right now. But we always start the show with a trivia question to start the week, and uncharacteristically, I have one prepared.
Oh my god.
This week, Tuesday of this week, will live in infamy as the day that a beloved Nintendo character was introduced to the world. And that character is Waluigi. My question to you all is, how many years old is Waluigi?
Like, years since the character
Whoa,
was
hands off the
created?
keyboards. Who's typing right now?
What are you talking about?
Hayo?
Was it, I don't know, was it the guy with the incredibly loud keyboard?
Hayo,
the
if you
question-
get this dead on the money, I'm going to be so pissed off at you.
Are we
was
talking?
Do you mean canonical age of the character?
no,
or
no.
years since?
What was the year that? How many years has it been since he was introduced to the world?
Oh god, I don't even know which.
Waluigi's canonical age.
I don't even know what fucking tennis game he's from. I just know he's
Can
from
he
one-
rent a car?
That
Can he run for president?
Is...
I'm going to guess 25 years old.
I say
Okay.
23.
Okay.
He's 21.
22.
Correct answer is 20.
Oh, so it was 2000?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
Mario 64 or Tennis 6. It was Mario Tennis
I
for
knew
the
it was-
N64.
It was more.
Mario
That's what I was
Tennis.
Googling, but
Yeah.
you
But I
stopped
couldn't
me.
remember if it was 99 or 2000.
Yeah, you piece of shit. I fucking I heard you. I almost want to take away a point
Hey,
for you for that
He's got
one.
the fucking loudest mechanical keyboard in the world,
Yeah.
clacking away over there.
But let's go through this week's topics. We've got Ubisoft confirms that their next-gen games in 2020, for the very least, will be $60. Jason Schrier had a big report on Ubisoft sexual harassment allegations. In a related story to that, Ubisoft executives prevented games from having female protagonists out of fear that they would not be able to sell the games well. EA is now updating Washington's football team to be a generic team in Madden 2021 after the franchise decided to drop
Team.
the
Organization.
Washington Redskins name. Nintendo has announced this week they announced a mini direct at about midnight the night before. The next morning it went live and it was about 8 minutes. The internet went wild. Rapper Logic retires. They announced that Twitch has paid him 7 figures to become a streamer now. We'll look out for those streams. Amid criticism, the U.S. Army retreats from recruiting on Twitch. Randomly, the Mass Effect trilogy is getting a new art book. Is this random, or is this a sign that we might be getting more Mass Effect stuff? Metacritic is now delaying user reviews until a game has been out for at least 36 hours. Tsushima's Tourist Board partners with Sucker Punch and Ghost of Tsushima game. Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 has now entered full development. And let's recap that. This one was for you, Fisher. I mean, come on. And the Xbox showcase happened earlier today. If anybody wants to talk about that, please feel free to do so.
Wait, FF7 was for me? The Xbox Showcase one?
No,
was
no,
for me?
no, the FF7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, how it was wild to me when I was looking at these topics earlier, and one of the links is a Bloomberg link, and I was like, oh yeah.
Jason
Schrier,
Schrier, right
right.
now. Mizuki. Actually, I think real quick the order is Mizuki, Dapper, Fisher, Hayo. Is that right?
I believe that's correct.
Yeah, I think it's actually like in
the exact
perfect
order it is on the
Yeah.
screen, yeah.
Well, that's
Insane.
convenient. Mizuki, what would you like to take for your first topic? You were trying to cheat
Yeah, but I didn't.
because I stopped you. I said
Because you got caught.
I said
cheating.
swipe or no swiping, dude.
I'd be a great swiper, by the way. Maybe I should go with that for Halloween.
In the
A
sequel to live
cartoon
action Dora
fox.
movie, you're a swiper. I'd watch that actually.
I would absolutely watch that. Holy shit.
Mizuki, save us, please.
I'm gonna talk about Nintendo and yeah. So
Take it away.
Nintendo announced a mini direct at midnight the night before. Said mini direct. It was at some ungodly early hour, like 6 a.m. for me or something like that. So I obviously didn't get up to watch it. But Nintendo was very blunt.
Mhm.
They were like, hey, it's going to be 10-ish minutes long. And they even said it's going to be third-party games. Basically, don't get your hopes up.
Yeah, they were
And,
very.
you know, what do we entitled little shit gamers do every time someone announces they're going to announce anything?
Bitch
We
and
get our
moan.
hopes up.
Mm.
We get our hopes up a lot.
Mhm.
So even when they're like, it's third party, don't. Everyone's still somehow mad that it was an 8-minute thing that had almost nothing new in it. It's like,
Mhm.
they told us. They gave us all of the warnings. How are you still mad?
It's not. Yeah, it's not like they're going to suddenly shadow drop this F-Zero game that was rumored,
It's-
but was
you know-
a fucking
you know,
lie.
This is just the state of the world. Because, like, we got shops out there being like, yo, wear a mask in our shop or leave. And then people walk in and they're like, I don't have a mask. Why am I being kicked out? Same fucking thing. Nintendo's like, don't get your hopes up. People get their hopes up, and then they get mad that it's Shin Megami Tensei 5.
Well,
some like
So you
Cadence
should
of
be excited
Hyrule.
for
to be,
you.
yeah, I was gonna
fucking
say,
cowards.
to be fair,
which-
who was mad about that? That was actually the one good announcement from this.
I mean,
No,
yeah,
people
they're
were mad
only
about it.
like,
Hmm.
yeah, people were mad about it. They're like, it didn't show us enough. It's like, okay, it's coming out in 2021. Calm down. What the
Mhm.
fuck, you entitled little shits. It's an 8-minute thing. That's as long as the entire Halo Infinite thing was today during the Xbox thing. And
Yeah.
they shoved in, like, what is it, 5 game announcements? They had a Cadence of Hyrule DLC, some Rogue Company shooter thing that no one cares about.
No one cares about.
2K Battlegrounds for WWE, again, no one cares. And then Shin Megami Tensei 3 getting a Switch release and 5 news. So, like, it's basically just an SMT mini direct. That's all you need to know.
Which is cool with me.
It was a stand-up set
Yeah.
featuring Shin Megami, with Shin Megami Tensei featuring other games as the openers.
Yeah, I just really don't understand why people are mad. It's dumb. Don't be mad about this. There are so many
People-
other things you can be mad about.
People are really thirsty for some Nintendo news, and fun fact, we're not getting any anytime soon. So, really quick, I do have to actually take away a point from Hayo because the people demand it. So the people are turning against him. But there it is. Yeah, they actually showed Halo today for Line K.
How can the people hurt themselves by attacking Hayo?
The people have determined that their voice can't be a cheater, man.
Dapper, what would you like to talk about for your first topic?
All right, let's talk about the U.S. military.
Oh no.
Take it away.
All right, so as has become more talked about, the U.S. Army has a Twitch channel. They have like an esports team too, as well,
Yeah.
I guess. And upon hearing this, and with a lot of parts of the U.S. being put under some greater scrutiny, some people started having some fun with the U.S. Army's Twitch channel, and basically just asked them about war crimes, which is a thing the U.S. military has done. And the U.S. military obviously did not appreciate getting asked about war crimes and just went on a crazy banning streak.
Mm-hmm.
This just got more attention drawn to their Twitch channel, which also apparently had links for some sort of like giveaway or something,
Mm-hmm.
and it just took you to a recruitment page, which again, to just even more scrutiny.
Mm-hmm.
Why the U.S. military should probably not be using fake giveaways and Twitch channels to try and recruit people, because it's super scummy and really, really inappropriate. Like a lot of the U.S. Army's recruiting tactics are super gross. They show up at a lot of things they have no business being at. A lot of different, like, I think, again, I've been to like a car show and there's just a giant military booth in the background offering whatever it wants to get you to sign up for anything. Again, it's really grody, and I'm not saying it's like a bad thing to join the military. I'm not saying it's a good thing to join the military, but just the way they recruit is definitely inappropriate. Definitely try and prey on vulnerable people.
Yeah.
And I think the news that they're stepping away from doing this on Twitch is good because it's not something they should be doing. And to like sort of meme on it, why the fuck do you want gamers to be in the army? We are not on average the kind of people who should be given like actual guns. Like I don't know if you know, like the army has a Twitch channel, so they should know that most gamers are ragey 16-year-olds with no self-control and no level of maturity, and I guess maybe that's what the army wants is
a target demographic, baby.
Maybe the army does want future.
I mean, they'll come in, they'll ask you what your KDA is, and then they'll decide if they want you or not.
To make the exact same joke I made in the Discord, I can't trust gamers to defend my bottom lane tower. Why would I trust them to defend my country?
Yeah. So just a word of advice to the U.S. Army: you don't actually want gamers. We are not reliable people. You do not want angsty teenagers who don't see the sun of day and get pissed at internet video games to be in charge of anything, let alone using guns.
Yeah.
Also, it's not even like the skill set translates over. Just spoiler alert. Like, my ability to aim with a controller doesn't help when I have an actual several pound, military assault rifle. So
what if you got a drone though?
I was gonna say, but what if you use mouse and keyboard?
Pilot drones, man.
Yeah, but if I can't min-max it, what's the point?
Really quick, Mark in the chat says they showed up at my GameStop once and gave me a pamphlet, but they didn't give my overweight coworker one. God damn.
That's brutal.
Also, really important, Green Ant Ball did give a point back to Hayo, so he is now at 1 with everyone else. But Fisher,
Fair.
You're up next. What would you like to talk about for your first topic?
Let's talk about Ubisoft, in particular, not the Jason Schrier one, because I just can't, man. Let's talk about Ubisoft Executive Board preventing games in general from having female protagonists, but particularly talking about Assassin's Creed Odyssey here.
Mm-hmm. Take it away.
So in the aforementioned Schrier article, he mentions that originally Cassandra, who is the female protagonist of Odyssey, the male one is Alexios.
Alexios, sorry. Yeah.
Alexios, yeah, okay. Yes, originally she was the only one, and then later the executives decided, no, you must have male protagonists. Female protagonists do not sell.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this was basically being said out of nothing. Main reason because what do you fucking mean female protagonists don't sell? There are legion examples of that being simply not true.
Mm-hmm.
Like Lara Croft, Samus, fucking Aloy, recently Aloy and Lara Croft also back again.
Mm-hmm.
It's complete nonsense. Also, the previous Assassin's Creed game had a female protagonist. At least it was one of the options.
Yeah.
And in playtesting, they saw that testers that came in basically had a 50-50 like split between who was picking Alexios and Cassandra, so it didn't really matter.
Mm-hmm.
Flash forward to the now times. Actually, it does turn out they were right. Because the split is somewhere like 75% of players tend to pick Alexios, which I think is crazy because I picked Cassandra because Alexios is boring.
They're both boring.
Yeah, that's true. There's Assassin's Creed protagonists. They're always really boring though. I just it's the kind of thing where it's there. I hate that this is a thing that is happening in, I guess 2017 was the production timeline for this, but where they're still thinking like, oh, we have to like worry about pissing off entitled little gamers once again who won't play as a girl because ooh cooties, or don't want to piss off foreign markets by casting a woman as the main character. It's simply the worst. And I really want to attack one guy here, Serge. Hascoet. Hassoet. I don't know how to say this guy's fucking name.
He's French.
Yeah, he's some French fuck who was like, no, we're not sexist. We just want to do what's best for the company, and women are. He basically said women aren't what's best for Ubisoft's going forward direction, which is not a good look, sir.
No.
But the most important thing I did some digging on this one. I found this motherfucker's LinkedIn.
Ooh.
More importantly, I found not his LinkedIn, but his CB. What does this stand for? His Crunchbase, which I guess is French LinkedIn. And the heroes he'd like to resemble in life are Indiana Jones, or his hero Dr. Jones from Indiana Jones, or Omar in The Wire. Is Omar a hero? I don't know if that's accurate.
Jesus.
But the most important thing, which is why I did this entire long, stupid bit, is to post this link in the Discord for you guys. His CB rank, which I assume is Crunchbase rank, I don't know what the fuck that means, is 69.
Nice.
Nice. God damn it.
Also, terrible photo of this man.
Well, I hope he enjoys unemployment. I don't know what they do in France, but I bet he's fine anyway.
And I know in general, certain countries in Europe, we can't dig on the Europeans again. Don't value women as much as other places in the world. Let's just drop it there. But I don't think France is just gonna let this one slide, and I don't think Ubisoft shareholders are gonna let this one slide, especially considering that they have shareholders in other countries.
Yeah, it's gonna be very interesting to see how this goes moving forward. One of the big like news articles it's like getting a lot of attention right now is basically somebody interviewed Yves Guillemot and was like, hey, did you, there's three options. One, you knew about this and didn't do anything, which is awful. Two, you didn't know about this and it was happening under your leadership, which is also bad. And three was like, you knew about it, but you didn't know to what extent it was, which is also bad.
I mean, the thing is, like, it was they say, like, they don't name all the executives, obviously, but like it was an executive board meeting that this was decided in. So at least several higher ups in the company were the ones that put this, not mandate, but like put this idea forward.
They approved of it.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it was primarily that editorial team, which has been like gutted.
Yeah. I know last.
Yeah, it's also things like this happened in 2017 or maybe earlier in production. We can't actually be certain, but yeah. So it's hard to say who's even still there with all their fucking layoffs.
Yeah, we'll see how Ubisoft goes moving forward. But right now, Hayo gets a point for calling out Assassin's Creed writing, but it's also his turn to pick a topic. What was it? Logic.
Oh yeah.
Here we go. Give us the details on the world's newest, hottest streamer, Logic.
So I'm pretty sure Logic was already on the downswing in terms of just making music before he made this move to Twitch. But I guess they have big bucks to just spend on whoever the fuck they want at this point.
I guess so.
Maybe they were.
I mean, hey, they're not paying Dr. Disrespect anymore, so why not?
You know, they got their pockets just got fucking expanded incredibly with the release of him. They're like, all right, let's fill it up with some other people. Now we can maybe they're looking at like the RuneScape subreddit and they saw Soulja Boy was trending because he's playing RuneScape now.
Hell
like,
yeah.
We should put some other rappers who are a little past their prime. Maybe that's the move. Maybe that's what the people want. They don't. People are not interested in that. Right.
I mean, you're the voice of the people. You would know.
Yeah, I would know, right? Logic isn't even like, never mind. I'm not even gonna get into it. But when celebrities move over to Twitch, the cultures are completely different, right? Yeah. Imagine like you're watching fucking Drake play something and he kills somebody in Fortnite. You're like, poggers. How does Drake react to that? Is he like, oh, poggers, yeah, man, you know what's up, man? I don't know
what was that? What was that?
He's doing his Rastafarian thing he does every once in a while, right?
I'll
He's got the
never
first
ever
photo
do an
up there.
impression ever again.
Did he bust out the wheelchair? Never forget.
Oh, a Degrassi reference. Wow.
Never forget. Don't let Drake forget. Don't let yourself forget.
I think we all need to forget that.
Holy shit. Go on with your point.
It's fucking like it's a completely different environment. We got
Mm.
Pepe's here and fucking Kappas and stuff. It's like imagine spamming emotes and saying saved or fucking BMing. Like every chat has a little toxicity in it, right?
Mhm.
Somebody coming into the stream and be like, yo, fuck you, Logic. You're a shitty ass rapper. And he's just like, dude, I'm like a dad now. It's like, what is this? It's the cognitive dissonance I'm having just trying to imagine how he streams.
Mhm.
Soulja Boy it kind of works for because he was already a meme as a rapper, but Logic tried to be taken seriously,
Mhm.
and Twitch is not the place to be a serious. Well, unless you're Dr. K, he can do it, but kind of because he doesn't quite understand everything. He kind of goes in with like I'm a boomer. Logic is not. He's Kaiser's age. Oh, okay, so he's a little bit of a boomer.
Okay.
You can make it work
Get
based
this
on that
man
alone.
out of here.
Damn, he got me on that one. That was good. I give him a point for it. God damn it.
Aren't I older than you? Fuck.
Yeah, you are. You're gonna turn 30 before I do, right?
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Wild.
Fucks.
Yeah, that's us. Here we are making video game fucking videos. Going back around in the order, Mizuki, what would you like to talk about for your second topic?
Second?
I'm like
Man.
losing my. It's 86 degree apartment. You know, it's all going in my head.
Button.
Mm-hmm.
Someone else is going to talk about Xbox, right?
I don't think
I
they
won't
are.
because I don't care.
I'll take the
this bullet.
Xbox topic.
Okay. Tell us about Xbox Showcase today.
So the Xbox showcase was this morning at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 Eastern, which is really not a great time to be like watching stuff.
Absolutely
unless
agree.
you're faking that you're in a Zoom meeting so that you can watch it during work. Now they had some really cool announcements and showcases
do
in this
that?
one. I don't know who would do that. I can't fathom.
Shout out to Mizuki for being dedicated.
Maybe the opposite of dedicated.
That's true.
But so they gave a good look at a few new games and deeper looks into games that have been announced. So we got the big one is Halo Infinite. We finally got gameplay. It really looks so far like mechanically a return to form of the original 3 Halos with a couple added just cool mechanics in there. There was like a nifty grappling hook, some new weapons, some cool shield stuff, but not quite to the level of, what was it, Halo 3 when they started introducing all the like crazy powers and stuff?
All the equipment was in Halo 3.
Yeah. So it looks like they're kind of trying to take a balanced approach where they don't have an insane number of things, but enough to still keep people's interests and modernize Halo a bit. So I'm hoping that that's going to be really well received. It'd be cool to actually have a Halo game that people care about again, because I don't think anyone's cared since Reach for most part, at least in this group, and I sure as hell haven't. So it'll be nice to get some of that. They had Psychonauts 2 non-news. Got a trailer with Jack Black singing, which was cool, but it's coming out in 2021, so I'm sad for forever. For another year.
We all told you.
And I should have listened, but nope. Didn't listen. So that was interesting. Overall, their presentation was, I think, we had a reaction to this morning too, but overall their presentation, I think, was just much better than Sony's or really anyone I think has done so far this summer. They had really good pacing. They didn't spend too long on anything, especially the games that definitely aren't for everyone. So they spent a long time on Halo, but you know what? They gave us Forza Motorsport and some of the smaller games in very short, digestible pieces, which was just really excellent. They had some interesting new stuff. They had the new game from Obsidian called Avowed, which I'm super pumped for. It's like a first-person RPG game similar to the Elder Scrolls series, so maybe Obsidian will be dethroning Bethesda, and that will be neat having actual like competition there. They officially announced they're working on Fable with a very underwhelming cinematic trailer at the end. That was going to make their one more thing. Underwhelming trailer, but it's confirmed to finally be like actually happening. So that's neat. It is just called Fable, so it sounds like they're just rebooting the franchise. They're not going to, I'm guessing they're not continuing it. They're just going to totally reboot.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but were any of the stories like linked together?
I have no idea because I have not played a Fable game.
I think they all took place in Albion. Yeah. Anything else to add to that?
I guess I'm just really excited to see Xbox do better this gen. And I think this is a good first step. They still have a good uphill battle to get closer to Sony on this one, especially when it comes to their first party game sales, because I looked up the sales numbers for Xbox versus PlayStation.
It's bad. It's
Xbox
very bad.
doesn't have a single game that hit the 10 million mark, and that's including third party games.
Yeah,
that's including GTA 5.
Wow, really?
Which is the real,
Damn.
The top 5 selling Xbox games are not Xbox first party.
Damn.
They're all Rockstar, Call of Duty, and PUBG. The number 6 is where it comes in, and it's Minecraft Xbox One Edition.
Wow.
Christ.
That is...
And Halo Guardians, Halo 5 Guardians, which is the next highest Microsoft game, only sold 5 million copies. Which, to be fair, the copies sold isn't going to matter for Xbox going forward because they're doing Game Pass.
That was the one take I've heard from this is now it feels like how Nintendo basically just removed themselves from like competing directly with Xbox and Sony. They're like, hey, we're going to do our own thing. It's everybody still loves Nintendo, but their thing is separate.
Yep.
Now it feels like Xbox says, hey, we found our niche. We're not going to compete with Sony. We're not trying to be the big first party, like, here's our mega titles. But instead, we are the Game Pass company. And I'm excited for that. I mean,
I'm excited.
I'm not going to buy an Xbox, but...
And I still think I'm
going to play their games,
franchises and games to uplift Game Pass to the point that people buy it.
Totally.
That don't have Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are you gonna do to pull someone over from the PlayStation ecosystem with Game Pass? You still need to have a tentpole few games to get someone to start on it.
Yeah.
So maybe that's Halo Infinite.
And before we move on really quick, Reliant K fan does give a point to Mizuki. He says, I feel bad for him, although I don't know why he thought Psychonauts 2 was coming out this year.
Because they said it was coming out this year.
Yes, but we all told you multiple times that it wasn't.
Dapper.
And we are more reliable than they are.
Yes. Got him. Dapper, what would you like to talk about for your second topic?
All right. So let's talk about a situation. Let's say there's a big game came out, and you're curious how good it is.
Mm-hmm.
So you decide to go check out the user reviews on Metacritic.
Mm-hmm.
And you look at some people's reviews and you're like, wow, I thought this game was going to be really good. But this game was like, 1.7 on Metacritic. I thought this was going to be good. And then you like look at some of the reviews, and this happens on Steam a lot too, actually. And it's like, someone's like, this is the worst game ever. It's complete and total trash. You should never play this game. And they have 0.1 hour played on it. And you're like, it's a really strong opinion to have for someone who probably hasn't actually played the game.
Mm-hmm.
This is what we call review bombing. When shitty-ass, annoying, entitled gamers, which I think is the theme of this episode,
it's the theme of gaming culture.
Basically find something they don't like about a game that has nothing to do with the game itself, or at least it has nothing to do with the gameplay itself, and they just go and give it horrible reviews because it's an Epic exclusive, or the story got leaked, or I don't know, there's an LGBTQ character in it, or some stupid minor reason, and they just give a game a 0 review because they're mad about really trivial things. So Metacritic, being probably the biggest victim of review bombing, has implemented where basically after a game releases, users are locked out of reviewing it for 36 hours, which is hopefully to require people to actually play the game before they review it. Strange concept, playing a game before reviewing it, but a foreign concept to some people. I do like this idea. It's not perfect, obviously. If people are truly angry, they're just going to wait 36 hours, then rage, piss at their computer, and still try and review something. But at the same time, there will be a lot of people who are so lazy and don't actually care about this game that a 36-hour delay will cause them to give up because they don't have the patience to wait 36 hours. So things like this are good because, I mean, I don't personally like super rely on review sites for whether I like games, but it is really annoying when something gets a completely unlegitimate criticism by people who aren't in any position to talk about it. So hopefully this is a nice little thing that can be done to curb review bombing. Again, I think Steam should do something similar where like you have to, have played a certain amount of time on the game before you can review it or something, because again, it's just really dumb when people are petty enough to like try and tank a game's review score off of, again, something that almost certainly doesn't have to do with the game. They're just bitter and impotent.
Yeah, I know impotent was very good. It just, I mean, personally, I does anybody care what user scores on Metacritic are? Like, would anybody go to Metacritic and look at that and be like, that's how I'm going to judge the game?
Exactly. Again, yeah, it's not the most important thing, but like, still annoying.
I mean, trust me.
The only thing.
Go ahead.
I'm curious how you think on this one, Dapper. What do you think about games that people literally like? What was it? Batman Arkham Origin, the PC port that just like didn't run.
Yeah.
So like people literally couldn't even launch the game half the time.
Then wait 36 hours and then wait 36 hours and air your grievances.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I get that does happen, but like,
can anybody see?
Make a tweet about it.
Is anybody watching the stream right now? Can they see Mizuki's camera?
Oh, what the fuck? He's a glitter bomb.
He literally, as he said, like it couldn't run, and all of a sudden his screen got super fucked. Yeah, it got fixed. It got fixed. Yeah.
Okay. A damning condemnation of Metacritic user reviews. Kingdom Hearts 3 has an 8.0.
Yeah.
I personally think they should have a verification system where you have to like verify that you actually bought the game.
I don't know how they would do that, but I agree. I mean, it's like Steam makes you do that, but that's because it is the storefront where you buy shit.
Steam knows.
Yeah.
But like linking your Steam account or your PSN or your Xbox Live or whatever.
That's actually a good idea.
That's
actually a good idea. We'll see if they ever do it. But for now, Fisher, what would you like to talk about for your second topic?
Now, the Ghost of Tsushima topic is more interesting, but Zach put the Final Fantasy VII topic on here for me.
You don't have to pick it.
So I have to. He's telling me that I have to at gunpoint pick the Final Fantasy VII.
You really don't have to.
I can confirm the gunpoint thing.
He's back in New York. It's within range.
I'm just aiming a gun out the window, being like, okay, I've accounted for the wind shift.
All right. So those cowards over at Square Enix have announced. I mean, not even announced, but we know. Due to the fucking Ryu Toka blog, whatever. We know that they're working on Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2. God, this name needs to be fixed. The sequeling full time. Yeah, I fucking hope so. What do you mean you're just now entering full development? The fucking game's been out since fucking, like, what, March or some shit?
Yeah, I think it was March.
That was 4 fucking months ago. I don't care how much of a vacation you fucking need. You can't just take a third of the year off and be like, you know what? Not developing games for this portion of the year. I'm just gonna fucking chill at home and do crystal meth.
I was just saying
not get a virus.
I was just saying my counterpoint is it's not like they can go on vacation anyways.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like
they can. They don't live in the U.S.
Yeah, fair. You're gonna tell me what we can't work on a video game during the coronavirus? I know for a fact that ain't fucking true. Yeah, this is the kind of news that isn't news,
no,
and
not.
I don't know why people care. Mm-hmm. It's like It's like when we find out Persona 6 is in development. Yeah, of course it is. Fucking shocker. Sequel to highly well received and great selling game is in development. Fucking sound the alarm, shoot the fireworks off. Let's go, baby. I don't give a shit. I've mentioned before that I don't care when companies announce things. I don't want to see a goddamn shit until you have a release date. You get a release date, you get gameplay trailer, you get a cinematic trailer, and that's it. Then you get a it's out trailer.
Some call it a launch trailer.
I did.
No, you said it's out trailer.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah,
launch trailer.
Yeah, it's
Man, I got no points for that because I only was yell for 30 seconds.
Well, no, I mean I gave you points for your passion, but it was only like 30 seconds of yelling. It was good. It was good. I'll give you another point.
it was no Chris like 90 seconds of yelling.
Yeah, it was a good. Hi guys, my game is not done yet. What? It's here. Yeah, this was kind of a nothing topic, and it was the slow news week, so I put it in here so you could get mad about it. But thank you.
Fair. The Ghost of Tsushima thing is cool.
Yeah,
I capitalize.
To round out this evening's discussion, Hayo, what would you like to talk? What would the people like to talk about this week?
The people wanted to talk about some shit that's already been talked about. Unfortunately, is how it goes every single week.
Well, what did you want to talk about?
What did I want to talk about? I think the army one.
Oh,
I mean, here's the thing.
I'm not double dipping in the army, dude.
Fine,
Fuck the army.
Fine.
Unlike Pridge, I will say joining it. No, never mind. You're right. I'll actually go for it. Don't want to think about it. How about we talk about the Washington no longer Redskins?
Okay.
My boy.
Tell me about Washington.
So, what do I want to say about Washington? I don't care about the Redskins all that much,
Okay.
or the no longer Redskins all that much,
Mm-hmm.
because I don't care about sports, and any true gamer also doesn't care about sports.
We got a high topic coming in hot, baby.
All right,
Mm-hmm.
but the fact that EA wants to say something to get a few brownie points, that they're saying, hey, you guys know how the Redskins are changing their name? Don't worry, we're gonna patch that in too, dude. We're gonna call them the fucking Washington booty holes until they get that shit changed and updated, and we're gonna send it out to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So now you're gonna have this horrible sect of gamers that never opens this game up online, so that they never have the update. So they're like, oh, I have the Redskin original like copy, dude. Like, dude, the social justice warriors won't get to me in my copy. We're gonna be the Redskins for life. Fuck. Oh, actually, can't make that joke. Absolutely inappropriate even if I am joking.
Hey,
But it's nothing. It's a who cares? People are they going to go back and patch every previous game now? Like, who cares? They're even saying, oh, the new one is coming out and it's shipping too quick for us to patch in the name change. We just can't change their name in our database before the game goes out. It's too late. It's impossible. It's like, why are they doing it for? I don't know. It's a useless. It's gesturing. They're just gesturing to get some brownie points with a crowd who I'm not going to give a number to it, but I'm pretty sure that people playing your EA games every year don't give a fuck about anything.
Yeah.
Because they're like, new game, I'm in there. Absolutely. I got to get the new one. Even though it's the exact same thing as last time, I got to have it. They don't care what the fucking teams are called. You could have a team called another joke I can't make on Twitch, and people would still buy it because they don't care.
I do like the Washington booty holes, though.
Yeah.
I think they should consider that.
it's better than what they're going with currently.
What are they?
The
currently?
Washington football team.
Wait, really?
Is that
Yeah.
They're just going by
It's-
Washington.
Until
It's just the
it's temporary.
filler, yeah.
It's temporary, yeah. But until they figure it out, they're just the Washington football team.
But the thing is, like, EA is like, oh, don't worry, it's going to be a generic team when the game comes out in August. I'm like, yeah, I would fucking hope so. You're making the football game for this season. That's this season. Yeah. If it was the name of the thing from last season, I would be mad at you because you didn't do what you promised me you were going to do. Like,
Right.
don't change
Were they
anything.
gonna call them the Redskins for a
it's like-
season that they're not the Redskins?
Well, all you do is change all you do is make things accurate to what's modern. You change the lineups and any like design changes. This is one of those two things. Fix it.
You
What do
just,
Yeah.
you just call them the Washington not Redskins, put like an X through their logo, and then put not in front of their name. Done. Problem solved.
The old Redskins jerseys don't even have Redskins on them. They say Washington on the chest anyway. It's fine.
It's
Just a big racist logo you gotta worry about.
yeah. This was a weird choice. We got points coming in left and right here. First off, we got 1 point from Reliant K fan for laughing at the Washington booty holes. We got another point to Fisher
I do like it.
for having common sense. Apparently, we have 2 points to Mizuki,
Joke was so nice.
For the
For
Washington
the-
not Redskins.
which is going to put him over the edge, and in fact means Dapper, Fisher, and Hayo, it's time to go home and become family men because this week's winner is Mizuki.
I just want to say, as the only person from Washington D.C. in this call, I support the Washington booty holes.
Mizuki, are you ready for your minute to win it?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Then take it away.
All right, so we didn't touch on this topic because I think all of us are kind of fed up with it, but should be mentioned that Ubisoft is a shit company too. They're all shit. They are just all really negative against women and minorities, which I find really ironic from the Assassin's Creed team, given that at the beginning of every game, they're like, this game was made by a multicultural, like multi-gendered team. And it's like, nah, not really. So, like, just everyone be better. Be better to people. Be better to employees. Be better to bosses. Just be better. Don't be a dick. Be better. That's it.
Hopefully you haven't heard it here first, folks, but be better. Do we
Yes,
have...
Surge.
Yeah, Surge. And not just the person, but the energy drink, Surge.
That's still around.
Be better.
Sort of?
They brought it back, but I don't think you can. It's like you got to find it. Anything to plug this week, gentlemen?
Okay, we're gonna try this one more fucking time. Next week, so help me God, we are starting our D&D campaign.
Fuck, man.
Probably.
With or without Hayo, next Wednesday is the beginning of our D&D campaign. And if I have to delay this another week, I'm gonna be fucking cheesed.
Yeah. I guess cool announcement for the channel. We had our first like developer provided game code. The Tribute Games reached out to me and said, "Hey, do you want to play our game?" Because I got to play it at PAX East and I really enjoyed it, and they gave me a free code on Steam, and I played it, and I have a review up on the channel right now. It's pretty good. It's the kind of game that if you look at it for about 5 seconds, you're gonna know if it's a game for you or not. So, but still watch all 10 minutes of the review. It's a great video.
The name of it, Panzer Paladin, right?
Panzer Paladin, yes.
Okay.
It's a side-scrolling retro-style action platformer with some cool twists to it. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it, but that's how you know you made it exactly. And I've got a new video that probably won't be out till next week, but it's all about the history of Flash games. Turns out it's really fucking hard to play Flash games now to get footage for some of this shit. So
It is. It's very difficult right now.
man, trying to get footage of Tom Fulp's first games before he made Newgrounds.com, fucking impossible. But I've got some. They just look real shitty.
I might have some tips for that off camera.
Okay.
On how to
Waybackmachine.com.
better play those.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not what I was gonna say.
okay.
But
Yeah, I'm all ears because the footage I have looks like ass. Anything else to plug, gentlemen?
yeah, tomorrow, same bat time, same bat channel, around the controller.
Hey,
We'll be
the time
doing-
is fine.
What?
No, you said Bat's time, not
I
bad
said
time.
bat time. I said
Oh.
bat. Same bat time, bat channel.
Feels
Same
Bats, man.
Batman. Oh god.
Nice.
But the topic will be either will Xbox beat PlayStation this gen, or games that surprised us in a good or bad way. Haven't decided yet, so we'll see.
All right.
Tune in for a discussion about video games, kind of.
Okay.
One of those two.
I think
That's it for me.
that's it for our plugs. But listen, if you identify as a gamer, probably don't.
Oh my god.
But until next time.
Try not to.
But until next time, this has been Around the Monitor. We're so fucking off.